Hey everybody, we wanted to go over some of our strength movements or mobility movements that we have our members do to help them with their shoulder stability, but actually mobility, because our shoulders are the only joint that require both. So typically, like my knee needs stability, my hip needs mobility, and it usually alternates up your body. Your shoulders are the only ones that require stability and mobility. So we have to make sure that we're moving them in the ways that they should be, be moving through a range of motion, but also they have the stability to do so without getting injured. So I'm going to give you guys a couple movements that you can do without any weights or anything to help build up the integrity of your shoulders, but also increase the mobility so that we're not kind of all like this, kind of open you up and get you stronger. So first one would be Y's and T's. So we're gonna lay on our stomach, okay, keeping your feet on the ground. You're gonna reach out and go thumbs up, keeping our chest on the floor. We don't wanna lift up because then we're just doing our low back. We're gonna lift our arms straight up and back down as far as you can. Okay, up and down. We usually go 10 to 20 reps. Okay, and then what we do is we go out to the side and we do T's right afterwards, keeping your chest there, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Okay, up and down. Same idea, we do those for 10 to 20 reps. We have another movement we like to do after our pressing movements is their sideline windmill. So keeping your legs on top of each other, you're gonna take your hands like this. Okay, we like to reach, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch our hand go all the way back. We're gonna draw a circle, trying to keep our hands on the ground. Open up big. Okay, and back up. Okay, this will get you through an entire range of motion in your shoulder. And people usually feel great doing this after, so going to a pressing movement right after, they feel much better and looser so that they're not feeling just kind of like jacked up and tight. Also after that, we would go, we call them wall slides, lying wall slides. We don't really know the name of them, but you can also do these on a wall, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna squeeze our stomach and push our back into the floor, and we're gonna bring our hands up, squeeze our shoulder blades together. You're gonna try to keep your forearms on the ground the entire time. We're gonna press overhead. Okay, go as high as you can and then back down. Okay, we're trying to keep our forearms down. Now what happens if you don't have the mobility, you're gonna look for it somewhere else. So typically people will arch their back so that they can get their forearms down, but if you squeeze, it makes it much harder to get back and requires more of your actual shoulder joint to get you there. Okay. Now you can also do, we've talked a ton about band pull-aparts, which you can do. We also really like scapular push-ups to help you build up that muscle, okay, in between your shoulder blades so they're not winging out and getting weird on you. So try out those couple movements. They're not insanely hard. Actually, some of them will probably feel good, but the Y's and T's will hurt a little bit, but those movements will just help you getting some more mobility and actually get them a little bit stronger to help you have some healthier shoulders. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know.